Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. I am at home this week in my office, glued to my screens there, delivering online training to a client in Saudi Arabia. And what that means is I'm up at 5:15 to deliver training from 6 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And that is brilliant for the bank balance, but not so good for filming YouTube videos, sadly. But anyway, if you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I'm going to put 180 seconds in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, and that's it. A very simple format. But before we get stuck into the meat of the 180, the 180 seconds, we have a prize draw to deal with. So anybody who commented in the first 2 hours of Friday night's video, my Living with the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio, gets put into a prize draw. And this week's Legacy Legends mug is back to my favourite silk cut Jaguar livery. Now then, news. The kind guys at Legacy Legends have given me a discount code. So if you fancy one of these for Christmas or to buy Chrissy Prezzies, I can get you a 10% discount off of Legacy Legends. Just head over to their website, and when you check out, use the discount code PED10. And that will give you 10% off a Legacy Legends mug or mugs or coasters or all the other things that they do. Quite cool, huh? Anyway, so everybody's name is in there. There's about 130 names in there. It's getting very popular, this whole thing. So I'm going to shake it up, and whoever gets pulled out is going to be given a 25% off of an order at Control and Shift. Let me just get one out of here. Who have we got? Who have we got? We have Leo O'Neill. So Leo, I'm going to put my email in the description of this video. Please drop me an email and I will let you know how you can get your 25% off a Control and Shift order. Okay, oh blimey, don't want to drop that. This week's prize draw is thanks to my friends at the British Mini Club. I am a proud member of the British Mini Club. And they have sent me this rather lovely, which I quite fancy keeping for myself, British Mini Club mug. So, if you want that, to be in with a chance of winning that, you need to make sure you tune in to Friday night's video in the first 2 hours and comment in the comments, and you'll be in next week's prize draw to win that British Mini Club mug. But, are you ready for some 180 second action? Let's get stuck into the time section. I shall start my timer. Let's go. Okie dokie. So leader of the pack last week was Francois G. Back to winning form, my friend. Joined in the famous five by Simon W., Ben Higginson, Derek Rogers and Gary Carson. So whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week. And the first 5 comments, you'll be in my famous 5. Where are you and what you're doing? Well, that was GCD8, who was in Mudgee in New South Wales on a wine tasting tour in his Audi RS7 with his wife of 33 years. Mate, that sounds idyllic. But wherever you are right now, and whatever you're doing, put it in the comments below and I'll give you a shout out next week. Last week I forgot to ask a question. So this week's question, very simple. Who's put their tree up? Who's got the Christmas tree up? Now I have to say, normally I get really upset when people put their Christmas tree up in November, but we put ours up last weekend. It's got something to do with the COVID misog. I'm just so miserable. It just gives you something to kind of cheer you up. So have you got your Christmas tree up? If not, when are you going to put it up? Formula One. Well, take a sobering moment. If you were watching the race, as I was live at the weekend, and that crash happened on the first lap, I can honestly say, for what felt like a lifetime, I honestly didn't think Grosjean was going to get out of that. I will freely admit I had a tear in my eye. I was worried that we were going to go back to those memories of when Senna had his fatal crash. But amazingly, he survived. I still don't know how he did, so incredible that he got out of that. But this week's race has been spiced up quite a lot by the fact that Lewis Hamilton has tested positive for Covid-19, and amazingly they've given George Russell his car for the weekend. Now I rate George Russell. He does amazing things with the Williams, and let's face it, the Williams car this year is rubbish. I can't wait to see what he does in a Mercedes, and I'm sure that Valtteri Bottas is quaking in his boots because I have a feeling George Russell is going to do something very special at the weekend, and Jack Atkin is going to be in the Williams as well. So another British driver which is very, very cool. And I noticed that Mick Schumacher's been signed for Haas today, or they've announced it, which wasn't a great surprise. Very quickly moving on, Audi announced they are leaving Formula E, which was quite a surprise to me, but they're concentrating on Dakar. They're going to do a range extender Dakar car, so basically an electric car with a TFSI engine that charges the battery for the electric motor, which is quite an interesting concept. And they're also going back to Le Mans, which is going to be brilliant. And then I had to show you this. This is Ducati and Lamborghini collaborating on a superbike. It's called the Diavel 1260 Lamborghini. It's inspired by the Cyan Lamborghini hybrid car. It's in Verde Gia. Loads of carbon bits, but I love the fact things like the rear wheel has a forged wheel in the same design as the car, 157 horsepower, and it only weighs 219 kilos, £24,000. And this week's Friday video at 6 o'clock, nearly went wrong there, is the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. See, the problem with doing these in one take is when you stumble, you're like, oh no, don't, just keep going. So yes, this Friday's video at 6. Last week I was living with a Stelvio Quadrifoglio. This week I'm living with its sibling, the Giulia Quadrifoglio. I can take these off now. And I spent a week with the car. Last week actually I did quite a lot of miles, about 600 miles. And it was very interesting. I love the Giulia Quadrifoglio. It's one of my favourite sports saloon cars. They are delicious to drive. I think they look beautiful from the outside, but the interesting thing was it was on Pirelli P0 Corsa tyres and it was pretty cold. In fact, one morning we woke up when we were up in Wolverhampton, and there was frost on the car. It was like -2.5, -3 degrees, and it was fairly sketchy. So you need to tune in on Friday to see how I get on with that. But that, my dear peddlers, is that. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have done so, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come. But don't forget, discount code PED10 for Legacy Legends mugs. And also, there's some new merch that's dropped on Control and Shift. I've got some new beanies that are in this week. I think they are lovely. I've been wearing mine for the last couple of days. Keeps your head lovely and warm. But I'll see you on the next video, guys. Make sure you comment in the first 2 hours to be in with a chance of winning this rather handsome British Mini Club mug. I'll see you on that film, guys. You take care. Drive safe.